Hey, it's Haley at Seamwork. I'm going to take you on a little fabric shopping trip and show you the fabrics that I chose for the Marlowe shirt and the tie tunic and dress. I'll give you some tips and tricks for choosing just the right fabric. Let's get started. Let's start by talking about the Marlowe shirt. Marlowe is a short sleeve button-up. It comes together really easily and it has some great features like a faced center front and neckline. It also has a great little cuff, and of course it has the buttons so you can show off some cool buttons from your stash. When you are shopping for fabric for Marlowe, you're going to look for light to medium weight woven fabrics. And whether you go lighter or more towards the medium weight side is really dependent on the kind of silhouette that you want. If you want something that's going to be drapey, fall closer to your body, I recommend lighter weight fabrics. Things that would be lovely would be tencel, rayon, really lightweight cottons like a voile. Would also be fantastic. You could even sew Marlowe out of a silk if you wanted something really luxurious. If you want something that has a little bit more shape and stands away from the body for a more dramatic effect, you could go with something like a chambray, a flannel, a shirting, even a quilting cotton honestly could work for a garment like this. So first step, you got to choose the shape that you want from your Marlowe, and then from there you can choose a fabric based on the silhouette that you're after. Let's take a peek at the photo samples. So for this green photo sample, I decided to go with a tencel fabric. This particular tencel has a little bit of body to it, so it kind of straddles that line between light and medium weight. It's nice and drapey, but it has some body that's going to give the sleeves a little bit more definition. I think that this is a great fabric for Marlowe. You want to make sure when you're using a fabric that has a lot of drape that you're always never skipping over the step of stay stitching. This is always an important step, but especially when you're choosing fabrics with a little bit more drape to them, especially with a V-neck like this. If you skip your stay stitching, you're gonna regret it and you're gonna get a neckline that really gapes. In addition to this sample, we also have the member bonus for Marlowe. This member bonus adds a cool little kind of a peplum to the back, a seam at the back waistline with a little bit of gathers. It also has a slightly more exaggerated stepped hem. As you can see here, this is a rayon challis in this really pretty clay color. This fabric is nearly sheer, but not quite. Very, very lightweight. If you want something that's going to hang really delicately, this kind of fabric, if you're planning on tucking your shirts in, is also going to work really well. Rayon challis is always a really great choice. Again, don't skip stay stitching on a fabric like this. Your neckline, other details are just going to get so distorted. So that's my hot tip for lightweight fabrics. Next, let's talk about the tie tunic and dress. Tie is a boat neck style garment with long sleeves and that nice sleek boat neck. It has gussets in the shoulder, so you get the effect of that straight across neckline, but also a little bit of coverage for your bra, which is really nice. It has two different lengths, a tunic length that finishes about hip level, and then a dress length that finishes right below mid-thigh. For tie, you're going to be looking for knit fabrics with at least 50% stretch, specifically in the crosswise. You're looking for fabric with 50% stretch or more because this garment is a fitted garment and you're going to need that stretch from your fabric so that you're able to move and you're comfortable here, especially across the chest, across the back, and in the sleeves. If your fabric doesn't have quite that much stretch, you might find that it's a little bit stiff, fits a little bit funny. So that's the number one key when looking for fabric for tie. Other than the stretch percentage, you're also going to be looking for fabrics that are in the medium weight range. Things that are going to work great are going to be cotton jerseys, specifically with a little spandex or lycra. Some rayon jerseys would also be lovely. Wool jerseys, rib knits, pontes, French terry. These types of fabrics are going to be wonderful for tie. Let me show you what I chose for the photo samples. Okay, here I have the tunic version of the tie tunic and dress. For this particular sample, I went with a rib knit. Not all rib knits have spandex or lycra, so if you go this route, make sure you're looking for something, again, with some good stretch to it. You also want to make sure that you're not choosing a rib knit that's too heavy for the job. This is a nice medium weight rib knit. It is a rayon blend. I think there might be a little bit of polyester in here. And just overall, a really good weight for this project. What I like about a rib knit is that it has great texture, so it adds a little bit of interest to the garment without being loud or overwhelming. I think it has a really great look and almost kind of like a ready-to-wear feel, slightly elevated. I really like the way that this sample turned out. For the dress version of tie, I wanted to go with something with a little bit more body, just to show how the dress can look different depending on the fabric. So I chose a Ponte de Roma, and the thing about Ponte is you definitely want to watch out for there being enough stretch. Not all Ponte is created equally, so you really want to look for something that has some good stretch to it. But there's plenty of Ponte out there that has good crosswise stretch. This would be one of them. Ponte, as you can see, is a little bit stiffer. It has more body. So if you want something that's going to skim over your curves a little bit more and not cling to them, something like a Ponte with more body to it is a really great option. This month's pattern hack adds a nice button closure down the center back of the tie tunic. And for this particular sample, I wanted to use something that I thought was a really easily accessible fabric to everyone out there, and that is a cotton spandex jersey. Pretty much every fabric store is going to carry a cotton spandex jersey, and with good reason. It's such a versatile fabric. It really works for a lot of your knitwear projects, and that this project is no different. It strikes that nice balance between having a little bit of weight and also having more body. If you are new to sewing knits, a cotton spandex jersey is your friend. I highly recommend picking some up and giving a project like tie a try. This is going to be really simple to work with, and also the spandex in it is going to give you a really easy fit. There you have it, all of the fabrics that I chose for the February 2021 Seamwork patterns. If you learned something new from this video, make sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to this channel for more information on fabric, sewing, and all of the things about sewing that we love. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.